All right, let's talk about the blueprint to your first $10,000. And I mean the exact blueprint. No fluff, just the real actionable steps that are going to get you there. This right here, this is a trap that so many of us fall into. It's this idea that you have to look rich before you become rich. And it keeps people stuck, completely stuck. Today, we're going to break that cycle for good. So, how do we break it? It all starts with being laser focused on one single number. That's it, just one $10,000. But I need you to understand what this number really means because it's probably not what you think. Look, getting to 10 grand isn't about getting rich overnight. It's about something way, way more powerful. It's about proving to yourself once and for all that making money is a skill you can learn and repeat. It's not about luck. Because once you have the blueprint for that first 10,000, well, getting to 100,000, that's just about scaling up. The mystery is gone. So here's the game plan for today. We're going to cover the common traps to avoid, how to pick the right business model, the skill pyramid strategy to get you paid, and then, and this is key, how to turn that income into actual wealth. You ready? Let's dive in. All right, first things first. Before you can even think about building, you have to know where all the landmines are. We're going to sidestep the traps that take most people out of the game before they even get started. So listen up, because most beginners get absolutely wiped out by two critical mistakes. Number one, they take on way too much risk. And number two, they pick something that's just way too complicated. Let's break down exactly what that looks like. And that brings us to the biggest illusion of all for beginners, the whole trading and crypto thing. You have to understand this one critical difference, okay? There are tools to make money, and then there are tools to multiply money. They are not the same thing, not even close, especially when you're starting with nothing. You see, trying to multiply money with stuff like day trading or hopping on the latest crypto trend, that stuff requires three things you just don't have yet. A big pile of cash to start with, years of experience to know what you're doing, and rock-solid emotional discipline. If you're missing any of those, you're not investing. Let's be real, you're just gambling. Okay, trap number two is the inventory trap. This is any business where you have to buy a garage full of products before you've even made your first sale. Your goal right now is simple: low overhead, high profit. Sinking all your cash into boxes of stuff you hope will sell, that's just the fastest way to go broke and kill all your momentum. Okay, so now we know what to avoid. That's half the battle right there. So let's talk about what we should do. It's time to pick the right business model. Look, when you're starting from absolute scratch, you've basically got four main paths to choose from. Let's just run through them real quick. You've got your in-person services, right? Think lawn mowing. Great for quick cash, but you can't clone yourself, so it's super hard to scale. Then there are local products, like a home bakery. Cool, you get community support, but your material costs can just destroy your profits. What about global products, like dropshipping? Yeah, you can reach a global market, but you're going to be spending a ton on ads and your margins are paper thin. And then you have online services. So let me just cut to the chase. If you want to hit that $10,000 goal and you want to do it fast and in a way that lasts, online services are your best bet. Period. We're talking almost $0 to start and profit margins in the 80 to 90% range. For what we're trying to do here, it is the undisputed champion. All right, so we've got our path, online services. Awesome. But a path is pretty useless if you don't have a map, right? So now we get to the really good stuff, the actual strategy. I call it the skill pyramid strategy. And let's be super clear, not all skills are created equal. If you want to make serious money, you need a high-value skill. So you need to ask yourself three really honest questions. First, what are you either good at or what are you willing to get obsessed with and master? Second, are people actually out there looking to pay for this? Is there real demand? And third, and this is the absolute most important one, does this skill directly help other people make more money? Okay, so you've picked a skill. Now, how you talk about it is everything. You have to sell solutions, not just services. Don't you dare say, I edit videos. Anyone can say that. It's a commodity. Instead, you say, I help YouTube creators double their views. You see that shift? It's huge. One is just a task. The other is a valuable result. And guess what people pay big money for? Results. This idea is the first part of a simple but super powerful framework I call the four-pillar strategy. It all starts with that premium positioning we just talked about. From there, we build on it with value-based pricing, creating inbound reach, and then the one thing that holds it all together, reliability and trust. Let's walk through each one.
Pillar number 2, pricing. Listen to me on this. You need to stop charging by the hour. Right now, your time is not what's valuable. The result is. Think about it. If you help a real estate agent close a $50,000 deal, does it matter if it took you 5 hours or 50? No. Charging a few $1,000s for that result is a no-brainer for them.
So, how do you get clients lining up to work with you instead of you chasing them down? You build what's called a content flywheel. Imagine a big, heavy wheel. Every time you post a case study, share a client's win on Twitter, or show a simple before and after result, you're giving that wheel a little push. Over time, it starts spinning faster and faster on its own, bringing clients right to your door. You're building your reputation right out in the open. And finally, we have the fourth pillar. This is the secret weapon, the one that almost everybody messes up, just being reliable. Seriously, in business, reliability beats talent every single day of the week. Just answer your emails, deliver when you say you will, communicate clearly. The bar is so incredibly low. Most people are terrible at this stuff. This becomes your unfair advantage. This is how you win the game.
All right, so you've put in the work, you've followed the steps, and now the money's coming in. That's amazing. But we're not done, because making an income is not the same thing as building wealth. And that brings us to the final, crucial piece of the puzzle, turning that income into real, long-term wealth.
So when you start hitting that 5, 10 grand a month mark, please do not fall into that trap of trying to look rich. Don't buy the fancy car. Instead, be smart. This chart breaks it down perfectly. First, you build a safety net, at least 6 months of living expenses, non-negotiable. Then you start building your foundation, maybe 20 or 30% of your income into simple index funds. After that, sure, you can take some calculated risks on stocks and companies you actually understand. And that little bit left over, 5, maybe 10%, that's your crypto, your speculative stuff. Treat it like a lottery ticket, not a retirement plan. So when you boiled it all down, what's the real secret? What's the ultimate edge? It's not some magic formula or secret hack you find online. It's just discipline. That's it. The whole game is choosing the right skill, getting great at it, selling the results over and over again, and just being incredibly consistent. Okay, we've talked enough. Theory is useless without action. So here is your 30-day plan. I want you to do this. Step 1, pick one skill. Today, just one. Step 2, for the next 30 days, you're going to get obsessed with it. Master it. Step 3, every single day, you reach out to 10 potential clients. No excuses. And step 4, document everything you're doing in public. Get out of research mode, action. That is the only thing that creates clarity. And that really just leaves one final question. 95% of people who hear this stuff will get excited for a day and then they'll quit. Only 5% will actually stay disciplined enough to build something real. So the question is for you. Which one are you? Are you part of the 95% that just lets this fade away? Or are you in that 5% that's actually ready to build? Because your first $10,000, it's right there waiting for you.